This desert island way out in the Pacific Ocean is my home for the next 3 days. But this isn't just about survival. It's about something I've carried with me since I was a kid. When I was 8 years old, I got lost in the woods while camping with my cousins. Not a little lost, miles into the woods. Helicopters were searching for us for hours until they finally found us just before it got dark. And ever since then, the wilderness has been a reminder of how quickly control can slip away when you're not prepared. And that's why I'm here. I want to learn, overcome my fear, and make it home safely so I can teach my 4 sons what I never knew as a kid. So here we are. I've never spent a night alone in the wilderness, just a few days training prior to being dropped off here, and now it's time to put it all to the test. Today could go really well, or I could die. I don't have any water. I need water. Fun fact, humans can only survive about 3 days without it, and here I am burning calories like I'm training for a marathon. First coconut. Oh yeah. Almost forgot. Always smell your coconut before you drink it. Sometimes survival looks like wrestling in the wilderness, and sometimes it looks like a really long, awkward beach walk. But I need wood for shelter, which means I've got to make the walk down this long stretch of beach, because at the end there's some mangroves. They're really good and really springy for bedding, and since I don't have any shelter, I'm gonna have to make something that can support me for when I sleep tonight. Check out that tree up there in a sea of green. It's pretty neat to see some color. You see those flowers up there? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. Now we're at the end of the beach, exactly where I need to be, and after we jump through a few obstacles, all the bendy branches your heart could desire. So we need about 40 to 50 of these bad boys, so let's get smacking. Now I have to get these things all the way back to my campsite. So I've got them tied up with some paracord string, and guys, it's hot. I've had no food. This literally took a couple hours and I'm exhausted. But I'm the one editing, so if I want, I can make myself look
like a boss.
Made it. I promise this chair washed up on the beach. I didn't bring it with me. Well, one leg's a little broken, but you're not gonna be mad at me if I use this, will you? I don't think this can be considered a shelter. Well, it's sinking. I don't know how sturdy it is, but it feels nice to sit down for a minute. I severely underestimated a mile walk on the beach with 45 sticks, but I'm glad to be home, at least for 3 days. I'm gonna need 2 big pieces of driftwood, something like that, to build the platform of my bed so those sticks can go over it and have room to actually bend down so they can hold my weight. But before that, super sweaty, super nasty. Before I get working on that, I'm gonna go take a dip in the ocean. I completely forgot to show you guys my front stairs. How rude of me. Here we go. Welcome to my humble abode. Seems to be a good spot. A lot of natural coverage. So a slight change of plans. I was going to camp 20 meters back just to get away from the beach a little bit, but once I got back there and started clearing the floor, there was not only ants everywhere, but sand flies. So I'm gonna grab my broom and clear some of the debris from my campsite, and then I actually want to go and try to find supplies to make a fire before it gets dark. So I was on my way to find wood for a fire making kit, and I had to stop because I found
Clarence.
A lone warrior, a wanderer of the sands, a tiny shelled philosopher pondering life's biggest questions like, why is this giant human staring at me? Clarence didn't choose the hermit life chose him. And honestly, he seems over it. Clarence has places to be, taxes to file, responsibilities I'll never understand. Goodbye, Clarence. May your journey be long and your shell be rent-free. When I was a kid lost in the woods, I had no idea how to make fire, no clue. If you had handed me 2 sticks and told me just to rub them together, I probably would have started crying. Fast forward to now, and well, I still might cry, but at least I kind of know what I'm doing. Guys, I literally learned to do this just a few days ago, which means there's about a 50% chance this works and a 100% chance I look ridiculous trying. But fire is everything out here. Heat, light, cooking food if I can find some. Basically, fire is the one friend I really need right now. Sorry, Clarence. Crazy to think if I had known this as a kid, maybe being lost wouldn't have felt so hopeless, but today I'm not just surviving, I'm learning, and that's the whole point. Okay, good news, bow drill kit is ready. Bad news, it's already dark and time is short. I'm really going to be disappointed if I can't get this fire started. I gave it everything I have, pushing, grinding, trying to get this fire going, and nothing. You know, this was supposed to be the moment that I overcame, but instead it's just another reminder that out here, I don't really have control. No fire, no warmth, just me in the dark. You know, I don't really think I ever understood exactly what my parents felt that night that they lost me until recently.
I gotta say, it was probably one of the worst moments in my life, knowing that you may never see your child again. And we were all crying and worried and praying that y'all were gonna be found.
As a father myself, it's a lot to process. Today may not have gone as planned, but tomorrow's another day, and I'm not giving up that easy. Day 2, the sun is up, the fire is still not up, the roosters are crowing. I'm kidding, there are no roosters on this island. I added that in for my goal today, get coconuts. Dry out my fire making kit, actually make fire, and most importantly, not to let this island defeat me. Also, sandflies are a thing. A horrible, horrible thing. Step 1, hydration, which means one thing, coconut hunting. Now you could climb the tree, or if you're me, you can just aggressively shake things and hope for the best. Look at that, I'm a provider. Nature's Gatorade. But if Gatorade tasted slightly like tree bark. And ladies and gentlemen, Clarence is back. And this time, he brought the squad. I feel like they're plotting something, probably against me. Oh, and then there's this guy. That's Big Tony. He runs the underground coconut trade around here. Alright, so let's talk about the island plants. First up, this is an almond tree. You know, almonds. They come from these trees. Next, this weird little thing, locals call this a sea bean, and apparently it's edible. Tastes like a raw lima bean. And finally, the manchineel tree, also known as the tree that will literally end you. This thing is so toxic that even if you stand under it in the rain, the water will literally burn you. Fun historical fact, Christopher Columbus actually let his crew make applesauce out of this stuff. They died. So here's a pile of coconuts I absolutely slayed earlier. Just got to get them back to camp.
This looks like it's got some coconut in it.
Okay, I know that was a strange comment to make. Of course, it's a coconut. Well, what I mean is that not all coconuts actually have meat in it, you know, the edible part. But before we get to eating that delicious coconut meat, it's time for a little coconut coffee. Because now, I'm the official barista of the Pacific.
How's that look? Yeah. It's actually not bad.
All right, coffee break's over. It's time to get serious because I literally need to make fire. Because I don't really want to go to sleep without it. I'm not scared or anything. I just have kind of... And two, somebody told me roasted coconut tastes like buttered popcorn. And who doesn't like buttered popcorn? Here we go. So much hangs in the balance right now. Okay, it's moving good.
Dang it. All right, it's a good sign it started smoking within seconds. That means it's nice and dry.
But I have to pick up the speed. It actually has to reach about 800 degrees to ignite this coal.
Yes. Okay. Come on, baby. We got fire. We got fire. Yes. 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 Woo! Such a sweet sight.
I'm kidding, guys. I totally didn't burn the island down and they had to come get me in a boat and take me to another island so I could start all over. That's crazy.
All right, I've been hearing all the hype. Let's see if this is really, it's hard to believe that coconut could taste like buttered popcorn, but let's see. Give it a roast. Ooh. Starting to smell a little like popcorn. I don't know, maybe, I mean, anything will taste good at this point, but. I could see maybe a little bit if you're really hungry. I don't think it tastes exactly like buttered popcorn, but definitely worth it because it doesn't taste like coconut. It just tastes like, honestly, you know what? It almost tastes like it's in a weird way, it tastes like a grilled pepper. Like if you did shish kebabs. This is the longest I've ever been away from my family, away from my wife, and I brought this GPS just so I could check in with her every day just so she knows that I'm safe. She asked me how I was doing today and I was super discouraged. Fire started, and so I messaged her because I told her that and I said, we have fire. I get a message back that she said, at the same moment our fire started, she was praying for God to breathe on our fire, and it just lit. Just realizing more and more how thankful I am for my wife. I miss her. Even just seeing the text message, it just breathes life into me and makes me so much more appreciative of what I have at home. I'm just thankful. She's amazing.
I feel like today has been a success. I made fire. I secured water. I finally roasted my first coconut. I was not defeated by this island. But to me, that's not enough. If If I'm going to teach my sons how to survive in the wild, they have to learn to get food, protein, enough to make it out here alone. So tomorrow, we're going to head towards the water. Tomorrow, we fish. This is the face of a man who slept for 4 hours in the jungle last night. It was me. I'm that man. I'll spare you the sleep-deprived rambling, but let's just say I'm one with the sandflies now. Anyway, here's the plan. Today's all about one thing: food, specifically fish, because as much as I love coconut, I like to remind my taste buds that other flavors exist. First things first, coconut coffee, the nectar of survival, the elixir of endurance, the only reason I'm still functioning today. Time to get firewood, because nothing says thriving like I'm not sure. I need firewood. This is my workout now. Gym memberships, totally overrated. Just go get stranded on an island and haul logs for survival. Step 1 for fishing, get bait. Okay, so these little guys, they're called limpets. Basically the suction cup champions of the ocean. They cling onto rocks like their life depends on it because, well, it kind of does. The only problem is, I don't know where these guys are at, so let's go find some.
For a little game of soccer? This is what they look like up close. Back's like a shell. Inside, not bad. Let's get those back to where we were gonna fish. See if we can catch some dinner.
Fishing is all about patience. Lots of patience. And by patience, I mean staring at the water for an uncomfortable amount of time, questioning all of my life choices. Any minute now. Yep. Any minute now.
That one.
This is simultaneously the moment I thought I became a true survivalist and the moment my camera died. Right as I caught the fish. What kind of fish, you ask? Well, a pufferfish. Tiny, spiky, highly toxic, slap in the face. Cool. Then I fished for some more and nothing, which means for dinner I'll be having
roasted coconut.
So after my coconut, I took a stroll down the beach, and just as if the island itself was reminding me who's in charge, it started to rain. So I ran back to my campsite because all my camera equipment was exposed. It started coming down super hard and I had to get under a palm tree to keep from getting my clothes soaked, because even though it's my last night, I really didn't want to sleep wet.
Sun is almost down. We got about 10 more minutes of light. I really hope it doesn't rain again. It's starting to sprinkle again. I hope it doesn't rain tonight. That's gonna suck if it rains in the middle of the night. There's a bunch of clouds around, so I just can't tell which way they're moving. So I'm gonna go grab a little bit more firewood and then we'll hunker down for the night.
Not sure who won today, me or the island, but as I get ready to sleep through my final night, so many questions are running through my head. What's it gonna feel like leaving all this behind? And after everything I've learned, everything I've been through, will I be able to take this back home and teach my boys what I never knew as a kid? The day is finally here. I'm making my way back down to the beach to meet my rescue boat, and then I'll be on my journey back home to Texas to see my family, and I can't wait. When I was lost in the wilderness as a kid, fear owned me. It crept into every shadow, every sound, convincing me I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't brave enough. But out here, I faced it. Not with perfect survival skills, not without mistakes, but the courage to keep going, to learn, to adapt, and to grow. I didn't just survive on this island, I redeemed something I lost as a kid. It's the belief that I'm capable, even when I'm scared. And that's what I'll pass on to my sons. Not just how to survive, but how to face the things that scare them and find the strength on the other side.
Dad, wake up. Dad, wake up. Your plane leaves in 30 minutes.
Wait, what?